Hello, love. Welcome back, family. This video is going to be two things. First, an update, and secondly, channeled messages of a galactic nature, because we are officially bringing back Transmission Tuesdays and Feeling Fridays. If you are an OG of the channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So essentially, the coded messages that have been coming through, the last few coded messages that have been coming through, want to return through the Transmission Tuesdays and Feeling Fridays message, because moving forward, I am being guided to especially concentrate on messages for Starseeds and messages for Empaths. By way of that, you are a Lightworker and most likely a healer as well. Now, I don't really labels, if we want to put it that way, or names or titles to things are interesting concepts, right? In the grander scheme of things. They are necessary, though, in order to identify a kind of energy that we are working with, right? And I think I'm going to also insert here the importance of feeling or identifying or resonating with being an awakening soul. Awakening in the sense of awakening to new forms of consciousness, awakening to being an empath, awakening to being a starseed, awakening to being a lightworker, awakening to being a healer. That is the specific focus moving forward on the channel. And also, by extension of that, the mission work for each and every one of us. We're all an extended network of new earth, new consciousness paradigm holders. That's why I always invite each and every one of you to leave comments in the comment section on each and every one of these messages, transmissions, videos, because we're all here as a network, as a very extended community. Momma Gaia over, right? The world over. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I may be shifting and moving the life path number readings into new territory, which is something that a little further down the road, not that far off though, but a little further down the road, I will have an update for you on as well. So having said that, we are going to get into this Transmission Tuesdays message. These are messages, transmission, coded messages of a galactic nature for the highest and greatest good of what I refer to as the ELSH collective, the awakening ELSH collective as well. I'm working with the energy of Apatite here, bringing that beautiful crystal energy right into this reading. There is a lot of Atlantean energy as I hold this and look into it. I'm also inviting you, when I hold these crystals up to the camera lens here, to scry, be activated by this crystal energy. Energetically, the guides that I work with for our highest and greatest good will always choose the crystals. Sometimes it's just me intuitively choosing them, my higher self guiding me to work with these crystals as well, so that we are setting the atmosphere, the environment for this reading. Now, I'm being called again to share that Apatite, one of the things that it is known for or used for as a tool is connecting with the blue beings, and it is connected to blue being energy. With that, I get a lot of Lemurian and Atlantean energy that comes through. I'm also working very specifically here with Mother Isis or Mama Iset as we channel these messages, and Commander Ashtar as well, coming through for this galactic message. Now, the focus of this one is simply that as a starseed, you are not doing status quo. But not doing the status quo does not mean that by way of that, by default, you are isolating yourself from the rest of the world. This message, it's a big one, because there's a narrative that exists when it comes to not feeling understood as a starseed and as an empath, by extension of that, especially as an empath starseed, that combination. So there is an energy here of wanting to close yourself off from the world. And I'm hearing that this is a tactic. And what I'm being guided to share with you is for us to have awareness around where this kind of narrative is coming up, especially within spiritual communities, but also within ourselves, where we feel like we don't fit in, where we feel like nobody's ever going to understand us, nobody's ever going to get us. And that creates a kind of wound that we like to pick at. And this is complemented in a way by certain limiting beliefs and kind of victimhood consciousnesses that may be still lurking in our subconscious that we're essentially here to transmute. And a lot of this, it helps tremendously when we connect to other souls here on Earth who get this, who understand this, and who are not caught up in the kind of mentality that I'm hearing it's a dead end. It's a dead end in terms of I'm never going to fit in. Nobody ever understands me. And at the end of the day, I don't even want to be here, which is very, this can go many different ways. All right. And it can actually be, without getting too off topic here, but it is connected to this. This also has to deal with mental health, right? And having a healthy state of mind. And please, I reiterate this over and over again, do what you need to do for yourself in your highest and greatest good. Seek the help you may need if this is something that you are really struggling with, really truly struggling with, because it feels like what I'm getting here is there's a bit of this, for this message to be coming through. It's like I'm hearing a call for help, and I'm not in that. What I'm picking up on is that there's a thread of this energy that exists right now. This is always, these readings are always timely yet timeless. So it can be personal to you where you're at right now, but currently in the timely aspect of this message. And I mean, sometimes this has to do with just the holidays and the energy around the holidays. Okay. Also that we are in the actual darkest time of the year. So there may be, we can feel more at odds with the pace and the rhythm of life and not feeling like we're adding up. There's so much energetically going on with this right now, okay? We are going through a massive purge, essentially. And it can get exacerbated during certain times of the year, during certain cycles, etc., etc. So this is more than anything what Mama Iset is bringing through for this particular message, along with Commander Ashtar, is that you are essentially different for a reason, but that does not mean that you are better than anybody else. That doesn't mean that you are never going to fit in. That doesn't mean that you do not have energies, souls that perhaps you have yet to connect with in this earthly incarnation. I'm hearing hold the vision and then the vision holds you. Hold the vision and then the vision holds you. I'm also being directed to just I'm just going to be popping some cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I'm not going to be working with any tarot today, unless I get guided to do that. That might be something. Pay attention to your dreams in every respect of that phrase. So I'm not just talking about here your actual dream and dream state. I feel like there's a lot of activity going on right now in general for this collective right now. I've been having a lot of that, and a lot of it has been clearing. It's been a lot of subconscious clearing happening in the dreams, and astral travel as well. Some of us are doing the mission work on the astral. We could be even dreaming about each other and not knowing it yet. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That can be something that's happening. Crazy beautiful, of course. And when I also say pay attention to your dreams, what I also mean here is, what is your vision in terms of making your dreams come true? Honoring the aspect of you that is, in fact, a co-creator with the universe. Even if you are in a point right now in your life where you perhaps are dealing with certain challenges, where you're questioning, why is this happening to me right now? And that's a good question to ask from a place of, is there something I need to look at for myself? It's like holding up a mirror, right? And looking into your own eyes and going, is there something I need to see here that I'm not seeing? And perhaps that's a practice that you could start doing. Maybe just setting that intention, right? If you're in that particular place right now in your life. But they keep on bringing me back to this sort of like this feeling of not fitting in, this feeling of, I'm never gonna be able to find people who get me. I'm never gonna be able to find people who, understand what I do. It's about finding the right people. It's about finding the right souls. The Venusians have always brought through this message of right relationship. So it's like, you don't go looking for, cotton candy. Not that I'm, I mean, is there a healthy form of cotton candy? I don't know. Or maybe I should put it this way. You don't go looking for, fruit in a candy store, right? Because I do feel like a lot of what we are obviously, a lot of what the priorities of the world in the old matrix are very candy-like. They're not nourishing at a soul level. So when we are looking at, the conventional viewpoint of things that can be quite flawed, and when we're looking for some kind of validation or recognition in those areas, a lot of the times we're going to just get the short end of the stick. We're going to feel like we come out of it empty-handed. And that's because as a starseed empath starseed, you incarnated here to shift that up, to change that up. You're not here to fit in. You're not some kind of, little cog in the wheel, right? But that doesn't also mean, again, that you are going to write off everything, because there's a reason why you've incarnated in the physical to begin with. And I'm hearing that's to make magic in the physical. That's also to essentially recognize your ability to make magic. It's as simple as that, really, at the end of the day. It's understanding, and maybe this is because we are kind of going into the end of the year here, calendar-wise. We're going into the end of the year. We're going more into the end of the year in the cyclical sense with Momma Gaia, with the winter solstice, right? So we're doing a lot of review, and maybe one of the good things that we can be reviewing right now are the things that we've actually brought into the physical that we are proud of, that we're happy about, how, and assessing, how did that work? How did that happen? What was I doing? Finding out how that actually works for you. Okay. And on that note, I'm going to pop some cards now from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Messages, any galactic coding here that wants to come in, this Transmission Tuesday's message. Any messages for our highest and greatest good. 1515 on the counter. Ooh, interesting. 1515 on the counter. 15 is the devil card. And the highest octave of the devil is essentially spirit in the material, recognizing that spirit is in everything. And I want to, give a nod to all the Cappies out there, the Capricorn energy in general, okay? That this is an energy of you have a vision, you have a goal, and you make it happen in the material. Capricorn energy is brilliant this way. I have some close friends who have Capricorn energy predominantly in their chart, and one thing they're phenomenal at is taking the initiative. They can understand the physical really well in terms of how to take initiative for making things happen. So maybe essentially the motto as we move into this new portion of the year is making things happen. Well, how do you make things happen? And not that I want to go into like a whole crazy thing about this, but specifically for this message, these are the energies that Mama Set and Commander Asher want us to focus on. I'm going to start with a tidy house at the bottom of the deck. Clarity and organization. Number 1. All right. A tidy house here means your body temple, your mind, your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual health, okay? The physical body is huge. This is a big thing that in a lot of, and in many respects in the spiritual community, is ignored. The importance of your physical health and your physical body. All of it works in tandem, and this goes back to the higher octave of the devil, key 15 in the tarot. It goes right back to that again. What is it you are actually filling your physical body with? How are you tending to your physical body? And how it works back and forth. They work as a system. Emotionally, how are you feeling? That's going to affect your physical body. Your physical body is going to affect your emotional body. What are you feeding your physical body? That can actually affect your mood, right? Energetically, it affects you. What kind of energy are you taking in? What are you watching? Who are you listening to? Your environment, what are you surrounded by? Sensitivity to sound is a huge thing with a lot of empath starseeds, right? Having a beautiful, peaceful environment around you, whether it's your home, whether it's the room you're in most of the time, whether it's the work that you do. And even though we walk out into the world and we can't control, obviously, everything that's going on around us, we can work on our own energetic field and keep that nice and tidy, okay? Capricorns are also really good at organization, so that's another thing that's coming through here, right? And putting in the legwork and the practice that needs to get done. Any Cappies watching this, please, I don't know, put a little goat, put a little goat in the comment section, share the love, share the energy, all right? Be proud of yourselves. Dream Thief, number 13. That's the death key energy. Refusal of the call. So this is a clear confirmation that some of us are not doing what we know we need to do at a very basic level. So essentially we're being called out. What do you need to do? Do you need to set up a routine for yourself that's better than the one you got right now? Do you need to maybe reach out and, into different communities online? Do you need to find a mentor? Do you need to work with somebody that's going to support you? Okay. We can always work together. I have that information in the description box below if you're interested in doing a session with me. Okay. Benefactor, grace and generosity. Number 3, benefactor, grace and generosity. This is really beautiful because it kind of Goes back to this having a mentor or having someone that you know can support you along the way, right? Someone is going to benefit from you doing the work on yourself. And that comes with having grace with yourself and being generous with yourself, giving to yourself, giving yourself the things that you require for your health, for your highest and greatest good. Heart, home, compassion, number 27. Isn't that interesting? We got 2 references to homes here. So that is another big thing. Maybe some of you are thinking of moving. Maybe some of you realize the place that you're living in it's not good for you anymore. Maybe this is a confirmation for some of you that where you've moved to is actually good. This is a good thing. You're doing this for yourself, right? Finding a place and relationships or environments where people are heart-centered, where there is compassion. Or even creating that for yourself. It's funny, I keep on hearing Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. A lot of feminine energy coming through with that, of course, right? This is a 9, so it's also a nod to something perhaps gestating or a cycle closing out as we move into a new one when it comes to these right relationships, because we've also got closing door coming out, completion, number 5, which indicates that this is a change, a shift that's taking place for many of us, okay, as we move into the new part of the year. Spirit also guiding me to put these 2 together, benefactor, closing doors, 3 and 5, that adds up to an 8, okay? So there's something good to your benefit. This could be a very specific message of a relationship where you're closing out a cycle when it comes to a relationship, or just a cycle, a way of being in a relationship that's going to be to your benefit. And we have got closing door and then a tidy house, and it's like you're literally closing the door on something, because I keep on seeing that door right here with the tidy house, like this is the door. And this is also, especially as empaths, the empath aspect of us, this is a huge nod to creating a physical boundary to the things that are not healthy for you any longer. Maybe they were okay and healthy at a certain time. Maybe the relationship was a good one for you at the time. But now you've outgrown something. Now it's time to move on, okay? Because this might also be connected to a relationship or someone who holds a type of thinking that has no idea what it is you do. They don't understand it, I should say. Maybe some of you have, going back to that vision, going back to that dream, right? They just don't get it. And they haven't necessarily been the most supportive to you on this, okay? So this is sort of, and I mean, this is key 13. This is the death card, right? So again, it's about closing out some kind of cycle around this. You're doing it for you. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that when it comes from a place of deep self-love and knowing that you're moving away from something that is not healthy for you. With love and compassion always, okay? I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Mama Aset. Thank you, Commander Ashtar, for being here, for these beautiful messages. Thank you, this beautiful Apatite. It's giving me, funny enough, very Momma Gaia. I'm seeing the world in that right now. Momma Gaia being the ultimate empath. Anytime that confirmation comes through again, it's a message to get out and be in nature and just observe her. Because she is the ultimate empath. She's the ultimate transmuter of energy. I am sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation always.